Welcome to Walking Simulator. Episode 6. Halloween the sequel and guessing top 10 fast food restaurants.
You're not going to start us off?
You're introing this time.
I'm introing this time? I always intro.
That's not true. I have introed every time.
Fair enough. Welcome to Walking Simulator episode 6. I'm wearing boots.
What?
I'm wearing boots.
He's wearing boots. $7 boots.
$7 boots from
I
Goodwill.
exposed you.
And this mic stand is tipping. Let's not do that mic stand.
Well, since last episode, we talked about Halloween. Halloween.
Yep, we were out at Halloween.
I was not. I was at home.
Yep, being a shut-in like the usual.
Being a shut-in, turning the lights off so the kids won't come to the door.
Yeah, we turned our light on and then realized we didn't have candy, so we're like, maybe we shouldn't do that. We don't want kids at our door. We do want kids at our door. We just don't want to give them candy because we don't have any. I saw this TikTok about people complaining that they got like toothbrushes from their dentist at Halloween. Like they'd go to their dentist's house and he'd be like, here's a free toothbrush. Like, bro, give the kids some candy. I don't care.
People were talking about there being some houses like where you go to the house and they have like adult like things like drinks or shots for the adults.
I wouldn't
and I was
mind
like,
that.
That's pretty cool.
I also saw this video of a guy who made a fake child. That's just like this dummy
child.
A dummy in a Spider-Man costume, and he has it like so it just holds his hands out, and then he just like, yeah, he doesn't talk much. Whatever, and then he's giving candy.
This is my inanimate object son.
There was
this
another
is my
dude
doll
who had this rig that he made that goes on his hip, and it has these two fake children that when he walks like they walk, and like he can like swing them around.
That's weird.
It's so funny how like, bro, just go to the store and buy yourself some candy. You're an actual grown adult. You don't need to.
They want to be creative.
You spent more money on that costume than you could have just bought a bag of candy.
Bro, like there's people just dressing up in like out like when I went to the show on what day was that? Friday?
Was it 27th, I think.
28th.
27th. 28th was Saturday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
That was
would have been the
Friday.
27th.
Whatever.
I went to a show. It was fantastic. It was the best show I've ever been to. I never say it right, but it was Papa Docio.
Papadocio.
However you pronounce it.
We were making jokes about
it.
It
wasn't
that
even
name.
Halloween. There were people dressed up, ready for Halloween.
Yeah, because it was Halloween weekend, essentially. I mean, Halloween was on a Tuesday.
For adults, it's a whole weekend.
Well, adults have work, and they can't just not go to work on Halloween, so they end up just going on the weekend before because then you can take your kids out on the actual Halloween and have some fun yourself.
That show was fun. There was some entertaining. There was some drunk guy. That was very entertaining at the beginning.
Bro, there's always some drunk guy at George's.
But me, not just George's, me. There. Anytime I go out in public, if I'm I was by myself for like the first hour, because I wanted to see the DJ there.
Yeah.
That DJ was incredible. The best DJ I've ever seen, especially in Fayetteville.
You clearly haven't seen me DJ.
Don't lie. Anyway, I went to that show, and it's like there's always at shows. This is just a normal thing for people with disabilities. If you are in a wheelchair and you go out in public, you're a spectacle for sure. Like, especially the drunk people.
Yeah.
Like, this drunk guy wasn't even saying words. It was just gibberish in my ear, and I was like, you just gotta act like you're listening. And I was like, yeah.
That's the only way.
Ha.
Just laugh at
Like,
whatever
I
you're
don't
saying.
know what you even said, dude.
I was at a show at George's.
So funny.
I don't know if you were at this same show. We were at one show together where there was like the people were dancing, but like one woman was clearly intoxicated, but it wasn't to the point where she was like you need to go home. She was having a good time. I went to this other show And there's this one chick who was absolutely blasted. She was
Trashed.
like falling over people, and like she fell by like where the tables are on the left side of George's, and was like leaning up against a pillar and stuff like that, and was just
That's what this guy was doing.
yeah. I saw a guy do that too, who was like
He
he was like
slumped.
standing there like falling over.
But when it's me and they want to talk to me, I'm like, you aren't aware of how drunk you are. I don't know what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, the show was really good, and I had a great time. We went to Rowley's after that and hung out. Rowley's is pretty cool. It's just like a chill place you can hang out.
First floor.
There's always people playing ping pong or pool, and I'm always like in the area where they need to be. Like this one girl was playing pool, and she like had pulled her arm back, and I was like, she's gonna knock me out if I don't move.
I'm gonna
Like,
get
she's
whacked.
gonna yank the pole back and just knock me.
Just absolutely obliterate you. Yeah, you kind of are never not in the way. Like,
And it's
anyone who goes into Riley's
and
is
it's
just like in
it's
the way.
justified for me. I'm always in the way, and I don't mean to be, but also it's like, frick you, I can't help it.
Well, you can't like tiptoe around behind and hang out by a wall because you can't get over there. Like, there's not enough space. Other people can just go like lean up against something out of the way. It's like
Getting
wow.
to a show early, honestly, I need to start doing that more, because it's like I can find my area, like the area that I'm gonna be in,
Yeah.
and when I'm in public, most of the time people kind of stand in a circle, like give me more space.
Yeah.
A lot of people tend to,
I don't want to get their foot crushed by
Yeah,
your
right.
wheelchair. Like, I'll just back out of the
I'll
way.
back up just a little bit.
Yeah. But Dixon can get crazy sometimes because we were
Dixon is
there
crazy.
just bar hopping. Not really. I had to drive home, so I only had like a couple of drinks. But we went
Going
to
to a bunch of other places.
we went to Bugsy's to start off, and they always have like pretty cheap drinks, and it's always fun there.
This was on Halloween weekend.
Yeah, like
You and
the
Kelsey?
day after your concert.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that Saturday night. And then we went to, where did we go? I don't remember where we went. We went to Bugsy's. Oh, we tried out this place called Cannibal and Craft.
Cannibals and Craft.
I think that's what it's called.
Where is that?
It's on Dixon.
Somewhere on Dixon. Okay.
You know where like Bordino's is?
what is
That weird
Bordino's?
restaurant. It's like a fancy restaurant.
No, I haven't
It's
heard
down
of
the
that.
street from like Pickleman's.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah, so it's just down there on the left somewhere. It's never open. I'm convinced that this place is a money laundering scheme that's just like never open to actually serve people drinks. But it's like a tiki bar, like themed like bar place. I don't know. It's
Is it wheelchair accessible? I ask these questions all the time.
yes.
I
There's
feel like
no
it's
steps
like,
to get in.
All right.
It's like how Bugsy's is. It's just
I'm
all,
trying to remember what places
all one
are
thing.
not accessible, but there are quite a few places.
Pinpoint is
on
not
Dixon.
accessible.
It's like most of them. It's like just a big step, and it's like, nah, I can't get that up there.
And there's
And
no,
I'm not gonna bring a ramp everywhere. I'm not
exactly.
gonna do that.
But I'm pretty sure if it's ever open any other time, you could go to Cannibal and Craft and try it out. And then we went. Where did we go? Oh yeah, we went to Buster's because they had a drink called the Frosty Betty,
A Frosty Betty.
which was like it tasted like one of those McDonald's coffee, like the frappes,
Gotcha.
but with alcohol in it,
But with alcohol.
which was really good.
The only other places like I've been to is Maxine's. Or it's
We
not
went to
Maxine's.
Maxine's, just not that day. We went like during the week when we knew it wasn't going to be busy, because I've been to Maxine's like 3 times. We go every year. Every time we go in, we never get past the first 5 feet of the place because it's so packed.
Yeah, when I've gone, we went when it just wasn't packed for some reason.
Yeah.
We always get like not on this side of the bar because there's not much room, but we always go like on the other end.
Like in the back.
I've been there once or twice. Yeah, and that back area is
Yeah.
really nice.
They have like some couches and stuff. Like this year was Barbie themed.
Barbie theme.
Yeah,
Nice.
which it was fun and all. The drink I had was the worst drink I've ever had in my life.
Again,
So-
like one thing about it is like Maxine's is gonna be a hit or miss. It's gonna taste garbage or it's gonna taste really good.
I just chose a bad drink. I think it was literally whiskey and
Yeah, you
ginger beer,
you told me about
and it
this.
tasted like straight butt. Like it was just all whiskey, and I hate beer, and
People are like that's a grown man drink. I'm like, if it's disgusting,
it's
I'm not
so
gonna drink it.
bad.
don't
I had
like
to
whiskey.
swap with someone else who got a beer, and I was like, this beer tastes better than this. That's when you know I'm like, that was actually trash if I'm going for a beer. Because I never drink beer.
Can't do it.
No.
Beer is disgusting. I do like fruit flavored, like beers infused with fruit flavoring.
Yeah, I could give. I hate the like weedy, bready taste
No,
of beer. It's
no.
so bad.
These are not like that. These are more similar to ciders, and so,
Okay.
cider is like my thing.
Yeah.
Like cider is.
Bro, I put you
tolerable.
on cider.
You did, and I freaking will drink. Like
All
what
the
is that
black
one place
apple-
called?
All the black apple ciders are fire.
It's called. It's the German. It's like German beer garden. It's in Springdale. It's like this. The building is like a box, and it has like colorful like circles on it. It's
I haven't really
And
been to
outside
any
they have,
bars
like,
in Springdale.
a Winnebago, like a thing where they serve food out of it.
Almost like a
and-
food truck looking
Yeah,
thing.
it's we need to go there.
There's-
It's such a cool place.
There's a place in Fayetteville called like Park something. It's like the park. It's like
City Park.
City Park. Yeah, that's what it is. We went there. It's mostly
I gotta
accessible.
Go there. I've
It-
heard it's nice.
If you there's only
Isn't
one
there
part.
gravel though? Like not
It's like
gravel, but,
sidewalk
like-
and gravel.
yeah.
It's
I've
accessible
seen it. I think it'll be fine.
because you can order from your table. But if you want to go up to where they actually serve alcohol, there's like steps, so you can't get up there. It's like a deck.
Yeah, but I've heard
But like someone
that
can just
place
get
is pretty
a drink.
nice.
It's nice. It is
Is
the most
food
white
good,
people.
or is the food just okay?
I had a burger there and it was really good. Burger and fries were
They
good.
season it? No,
The thing that
but seasoning.
the thing that bothered me about that place is that so they don't really have servers. They bring you your food and that's it. They give you a
put
cup.
The QR code on. Isn't
Yes,
there
you
like
order from a
QR
table and it opens up their like website and you order your food and then they bring it to your table. Then they give you your drink cup and you go get your drinks from the soda fountain or whatever. And then
so
they
it's
ask
not
you
like a place they serve.
And then they ask you for a tip. I'm like, sir, you brought my food out of the kitchen.
Did
You didn't
you?
get my drink. I tipped like a couple
There's no
bucks.
servers there. You shouldn't have to tip.
Why would you ask for a tip?
Oh,
That made me so
there
mad.
I
was like, you
forgot
did
who I was
nothing.
talking to this about this, but there was like someone was saying to me like people are in Fayetteville are tipping out their butt, making people tip for things that they should not really tip
Yeah.
for. People just want their tip, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna
They're like
tip you.
tipping for like buying a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You
tip.
didn't do anything for me. Maybe you made the T-shirt and that's fine. But if you made the T-shirt, you're already selling it for more than I would
You
want to
tip-
pay
You
anyways.
tip at restaurants. I'm sorry, that's just how it should
Or at a
be.
bar. I'll tip
I
my
mean-
bartender if he makes me a drink.
Even if it's at like a food truck, I'm willing to tip that, but I don't want to tip.
Well, they're not
things for-
really getting paid by the hour. Like they're
Right.
getting paid off of commission and tips.
Right.
It's like they make their money with tips. So
See, like that's more understanding, but
that's why like
people
bars,
are tipping you for dumb stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna tip you.
I'll tip my bartender if they make me like a mixed drink. I don't like tipping if they just cracked a can open and handed it to me.
Put it in it,
I'm
yeah.
like, okay,
poured it out.
I'll give you $1 just because I know you literally live off of, like, you don't really get paid very well hourly. You have to make your living by tips. So, like, that's fair. But I'm like, I'm not going to give you $2 or $3
it has to make
tip for,
it
like,
has to make sense.
also half these places are charging so much for, like, a can of cider that I could have gotten at Walmart for
wait,
$10 for 4 instead of $10 for 1. So But you go to a place for like the atmosphere and the vibes and like hanging out with your friends more than like cheap drinks. So
Yeah.
whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I'll tip my servers, like my waiters at a restaurant too, depending if they like actually seem to care about me being there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like, they haven't showed up for like the past 30 minutes.
When I am like at any restaurant, I have to ask them for more things because I'm disabled. Like I have to ask for extra things that a normal waitress wouldn't do. Like they're not just giving you your food. I ask for lighter cups. I ask for, they have longer straws. I ask for a bunch of different stuff, but I normally will tip based on that. If the person, because I've had people who are just not that helpful to me.
Yeah, they just don't really care.
No, but then I have waiters who are like overly helpful, and those are the people I tip more than anything, because I'm like, they deserve to tip for
exactly.
not be like, here you go. Oh, sorry, we can't do that.
That's how I feel too. I'm like, if they're actually like checking in on you, see if you need
Constantly,
anything,
that's what I basically
filling up
do.
your drink when you need it. One time I forget where I was at, but we were like waiting. I got one drink and it was like $3 for a Coke, and I was like, I should get a refill because this is kind of expensive. It was like Waffle House or something, and I was like, they're standing over there, not coming over to refill my drink, and I've been here for like 30 minutes.
I've heard Waffle House workers are.
And they weren't like
I've heard
a crackhead. They were all there. Like,
okay.
They were a person.
I've heard people at Waffle
to.
House are like, people. There's like, there's a show I watch, and they're making fun of like Waffle House workers, and there's like not a conspiracy, but there's like a thing that like Waffle House workers are like crackheads or violent people or like have been in jail.
I mean, sometimes those are the best people to cook
Those are the
breakfast.
best
Of course, I want someone who's strangled a man with his bare hands to serve me my waffles and my grits or whatever I'm getting at a Waffle House.
I've never been to Waffle House in my life, not once.
It's great, especially if you're drunk. It's a great place to go if you're like, just get someone to like drive you there.
I don't know if I'll go to Waffle House, but
You can order it to go.
for me, like, I'm not big on eating breakfast. Like, when I go out to eat, I don't normally eat breakfast. It's normally lunch or dinner.
I never eat breakfast either, but I'll eat breakfast food at dinner time.
That's the best time.
Yeah.
Not like all the time. I like eating breakfast food.
You know what's
random, like,
You know what's good from Waffle House though? Either their biscuits and gravy, if you like biscuits and gravy.
I do.
That I love biscuits and gravy, and theirs are really good. And their hash brown bowl is
What
so
is that?
good.
Just like,
It's like hash browns and like bits of like sausage and cheese and bacon or whatever, topped with, you can get it like topped with gravy.
yeah, bro.
It's so
You
good.
you got me them honey mustard pretzels. I've been devouring those
You
things.
like
They're
'em?
so good.
You like them? I figured.
I like that they're like, it's not, I thought it would be sweeter than it was, but it wasn't. It was like the perfect amount of
Good.
salty and sweet.
I never had those, but I've had honey mustard,
They were so good.
like a different brand that are like the pretzel bites.
I like them because they're like the twisted pretzels.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
We need to do like a snack episode sometime.
Yeah, we needed an episode like.
The thing that sucks.
Have you seen? They're like podcasters or like YouTubers.
Is it like the hot
It's
ones?
the graph. No, it's like a graph of different restaurants.
Oh, like a tier list?
Yeah, and we should do a tier list one time. That would be
Yeah,
really
I can.
cool.
We can just make a tier. They have the tier list website, and we can just rank our favorite snacks.
We could do that as a video. That would be cool.
We could do that as like a big segment of a podcast.
Yeah, since we're on this episode, since we're talking about food right now, we could look up I could look up top 10.
Oh, you want me to guess this time?
Yes, I want you to guess
Oh,
this
okay.
time,
I see how it
since
is.
I've done it. All right, we're going to do a top 10 fast food restaurants because I looked up restaurants and nothing came up because that's probably too broad.
Yeah, top 10 restaurants.
I know you can guess every single one of these.
All right. Here it
starts
goes.
at I'm gonna scroll down to 1.
McDonald's.
That's 3.
Number 3. Wendy's? Is that in the top 10?
Wendy's
I feel like it's not.
Is.
Oh,
it's
is?
number 4.
How is that number 4? Taco Bell?
God, let me look. This thing is stupid. It has.
It's
me
not like a
scrolling.
list. It's like
Yeah, it's like
1, 2,
Seven.
and you have to like scroll
Taco
through
Bell
all-
is 7.
7? Okay. Let's see.
I just went there.
Burger King. Sonic.
Sonic is number 8.
Is Burger King on there? I feel like a lot of people hate Burger King.
I think Burger King is right. Yeah, that's number 9. on the
Oh,
list.
okay. Number 9. Trying to think of what other fast food places are there. Does it include pizza places?
This does
Like Domino's or Pizza Hut?
This does. Wow, the top. It does not include pizza.
Okay, that's not really fast food. Is
It's
it?
not.
Are they
I feel
all
like
in
it'd be
Arkansas?
No, it's in the United States.
But are any of the top 10 not in Arkansas, like Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box is not on there.
Okay, good, because that's trash.
No, we have all these restaurants.
We have all of them? Okay. Let's see. Burger King,
You should be
Wendy's,
able to get
Taco
number
Bell.
1, dude.
Number 1?
You're gonna figure it out. Try to get it.
I'm trying to think of like
I'll give you a hint.
Panda Express on there.
Panda Express is not. No, Panda Express is not.
That's
on
like fast Chinese food. It's not really
Yeah.
fast food. Bro, what? I said McDonald's. How is that not number 1 of fast food?
there. It's not. It's number 3.
How is that not number 1? Then I don't know what number 1 is.
And this
Let me
was
think.
today. They made this list today.
Oh, someone made the list today. Let's see.
You want me to give you? I don't want to tell you what kind of food it is because you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Is there a hint that won't give it away?
No,
What about for a different one? Not for
that
number
hint
1.
would give it away.
Um,
This is not here. This is one that is not here.
what about like Hardee's or
No.
whatever it's called, Carl's Jr.? They have
No.
that here. Whataburger, is that considered fast food?
It is, but it is not on
It's
the
not
list.
top 10.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This is one that is not in the state. It's not in our state.
Oh. Del Taco.
No.
Taco Bueno.
No. There's no other taco places. You already said Taco
Okay,
Bell.
Taco Bell's the only taco place. Okay.
I'm surprised too that McDonald's isn't one.
Right? I feel like it's just because the food is not great.
Right.
But it's very popular. Is one of them like traditional American fast food, like the same type as McDonald's?
I'll just say it. There are a few on here that have to do with chicken.
Popeyes?
Popeyes is 10.
Oh, that's 10? I thought that'd be higher.
I thought it'd be 1.
Maybe they're just really slow.
Number 1 is another chicken place.
Chicken place? Raising Cane's?
No, Raising Cane's is number 5.
Okay, so I did get one.
It's the last
Chicken
place.
Express?
No. It's the last.
Church's Chicken.
No. Please say it's
What's a chicken place?
come on.
Hold on. KFC.
No, it's not. on the
Is
list.
KFC on the list?
No.
How is that not in the top 10? What other chicken place is there?
Come on, dude.
There's Popeyes, KFC, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is number 1.
How is that number 1?
It's number 1.
They do have really good food. Why didn't I think of that?
I'll just tell you number 2.
The busiest place
Number
on
2 is
MLK.
In-N-Out. And it's not even in
I was
our
going to
state.
guess In-N-Out,
Yeah.
but that's the one that wasn't in Arkansas. That was what I was referring to when I said that. I just didn't say In-N-Out because I didn't think it was on there. Okay.
You got 1. Oh, how is this numbered on the list? No one goes here.
No one goes there. Arby's.
Yep. It's number 6.
No.
It's higher than
How-
Popeyes.
How is that even possible?
Bruh, what?
Okay.
Whatever person made this list,
Arby's
they did not know what they were
Arby's
doing.
is an actual money laundering scheme and a front
Has
for
to
drugs.
Has to be.
They are
all
Breaking
the
Bad.
top
They're
10.
smuggling meth in their chicken buckets.
Oh my god.
That's what they do in Breaking Bad, and that's what they're doing here. So
I'm gonna go to the top 50 because I want to see what like.
yeah, I'm interested to see what's
I want to see what
what's
the
11
next
through
few
15.
yeah.
Yeah.
if it would load because the Wi-Fi is garbage. I just said In and Out because a lot of people aren't gonna get that, especially if it's not in your state.
I was there
I
in
didn't even
California, and they have one in Texas.
Is it good? What's your opinion on it? 'Cause
Don't go to the one in Texas. It's not that good. In California, it is good. They have good burgers and good fries.
And I was from USA Today,
okay.
but this is from a different place, and they have number one as, but they have stats.
Oh,
They're using
interesting.
stats to see what's number one.
Like
Yeah, it
amount
says
of stuff purchased. or
yeah,
like
average sales
sales.
chain, obviously.
Is McDonald's
like the
number one?
popular.
Then?
So the chain, it's also showing chain. So the top food chains is burger places, and
so
then
like
next
McDonald's,
is
Burger King.
next is like chicken, obviously.
Well, I
Like,
didn't
I'll
even
show you
think of
this list.
chicken.
Number one is McDonald's. Number two,
Yeah.
what? Number two, and this is over like stats.
Yeah,
Number two is Starbucks.
that makes sense. But
That makes
it's not
sense.
fast food.
No, it doesn't count.
It
as
is a
fast.
chain though.
It is. Rank
So-
3. Number 3 is Chick-fil-A. Number 4 is
Yeah.
Taco Bell. Number 5 is Wendy's. They have
Makes
number
sense.
6, Dunkin'. Number 7,
Dunkin'
Subway.
is trash.
A lot of Subway places are not drive-through.
Subway, yeah, they do have some drive-through, but
8 is
it's
Burger
like
King.
2 places.
See, this list kind of makes sense.
Also, they don't train their employees at Subway.
How did USA Today not have pizza on there? This one has Domino's.
Yeah, that's a chain. Like I feel like that. They also make it pretty fast.
Okay,
And they
this
have a
does
drive-thru
count as
window.
one. Number 10, they had, on this one, they had Chipotle. Number 11, they had
Oh.
Panera Bread.
Panera.
12, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
13, Sonic. 14, Panda Express. And 15, KFC. That's their list.
That's a better list.
16, they put Popeyes. And these are all stats, like
That's sales.
who
though.
sells the most. Or
I
who,
feel like that's valid though.
this is chain sales, average sales, franchise units, company units.
yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Number 18 is Arby's. That's how I should. Arby's
shouldn't
should
even
be
make the top
last.
20. It should be in like number 50.
I know.
It shouldn't even be on the list.
But I think every episode we should do a top 10 because it's pretty funny.
It is funny. We'll have to like.
You got most of them.
All I missed was In and Out,
Yeah. I just told you.
and
that
I
one
even
'cause
knew I knew it after.
I knew In and Out. I've heard so much, and I feel like In and Out would be on the list
I
because
just
of
didn't-
popularity.
I just
too.
didn't think it would be because it's so
It's popular.
West Coast and South. Like it's not anywhere else. So I didn't
The
think
most
it'd be
popular
in the top 10,
ones.
but
The most popular ones would make sense to be on the top 10.
yeah.
The most people go to because
Arby's
In and
shouldn't
Out
be
isn't
there.
all over. Arby's is everywhere.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
why
like.
I was thinking In and Out, but I didn't want to say because I didn't think it'd be right.
Eventually, I know if these restaurants become bigger chains, they will
Yeah.
be in a lot more places. Like they have a Culver's in Northwest Arkansas now.
Yeah, it's in Rogers, I
Yeah.
think, right?
That
I
wouldn't be.
used to go there.
It's in Rogers. I didn't know where it was.
I think it's in Rogers.
Okay. Culver's is good. They had them in Florida. Culver's is really good.
They had them when I was in Illinois too. Like they have them
like butter. They have like
around. Yeah, they're.
butter chicken.
I usually get like their burgers.
Yeah, their burgers are really good.
I like their buns.
Their buns are delicious.
They have like they're kind of like their brioche.
brioche. Yeah.
buns. Yeah, those are good. You can get those at Whataburger now. You can substitute for a brioche bun.
Oh, did you want to talk more about your short film you're gonna work on?
Yeah, so
I forgot about.
no,
that.
I like the tangent of the top 10. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
And I like doing that kind of stuff. And I like when I'm not just
We
getting
should
you
do-
to guess.
Yeah, we should do one episode where it's
We
like
could do like a back and
top
forth
10
thing.
like tech brands or something like that.
We could honestly do one where we just do the logo quiz and just put the logo on the screen for
Yeah.
everyone, and then we have to guess
We
it.
could-
Because
we
we could both guess that one because it'll
But
be
if
like
we
a
don't know, we
quiz.
could come up with like funny, just like a funny name for it.
Well, I pretty much know most of them except like
I'm no
really obscure banks or something like that. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, but I think we'd me and you would both do good on like popular brand, like
Well,
technology.
growing up, that's
brands.
what I did.
You would be better at camera brands.
Well,
Top 10. I only know a few.
Nikon, Canon, Sony.
That's all I know.
That's the only ones you need to know. Besides Blackmagic,
What is Blackmagic?
it's like the Blackmagic cameras.
Nope.
They have one called the Ursa Mini, which my friend has. It shoots like 4K. It's just like professional cinema cameras. Also, Red cameras. They have like the brand called Red.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't know.
Blackmagic has a pocket cinema camera. It's like this big. It's like the size of my camera, but it shoots like incredible. It looks like professional, like cinema quality, like what you'd see on like a big screen in the
That's
movie
crazy.
theater. Yeah.
Yeah, those cameras are different. I've only
Yeah.
seen them. I've never, kind of like news cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those cameras are crazy good.
Honestly,
But like
news
the size
cameras
of me.
aren't even that good. It's that all news stations have really good lighting, and so
Lighting,
like if
right.
everything's bright enough, your camera can handle it and it'll look fine.
True.
So
I know they
Yeah.
look around big cameras, but not like cinema cameras, not like in movies.
my friend has a
Filming
nice
movies.
cinema camera. It was like I think he said it was like $5,000 or $6,000,
Sheesh.
but his dad paid for it, and
Is
he
that
was
a
like
whole
he like paid
car?
him off, like he like
A whole cheap car.
yeah, but he uses it to like film promo stuff for his dad's work and stuff like that. So he gets like good use out of it.
What
that
kind of
thing is
cameras do they
huge.
have here at the public library? You
The
said
Blackmagic cameras.
the Blackmagic
Yeah.
cameras.
But they only shoot 1080p, which is trash.
We need 4K.
I need 4K. Technically, we
Or
don't
better.
need 4K if we have the 3 camera setup, because then we just zoom in. Because I'm only exporting our videos in 1080p.
Gotcha.
But I like shooting 4K because I can crop in and not lose quality.
Right.
But if we have 3 cameras and 2 are
But it
already
still
cropped
looks-
in, it'll look fine.
It still looks fantastic.
Yeah.
On
And
our
this room even has
on our
like
TikTok
pretty
and
crap lighting, and it still looks fine.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It's just overhead lighting is not good, but
It's
I
still
mean,
better than my room.
we want our audio quality to be better than our video quality
For sure.
because it's a podcast. It's not a.
Yeah, if it was like,
If we were making
Needs
like
to
a
look
film
nice,
or something,
yeah.
then it'd be like, well, I want my lighting to be good. But now we good. But yeah, so we're filming this short film. It's just me and my friend. We're the only 2 people. We have no crew.
just like your old videos.
I had a friend
It's just
who
you and your friends.
I had a friend who was supposed to help me, but he's shooting he's like working a skateboarding event in Bentonville or something tomorrow, so he can't help me. So I'm kind of just stuck by myself and my friend. But so I'm acting in it because my friend does not act. But it's about a hiker who goes out into the woods and he sees all these different things on the ground. I have like a compass and like a walkie-talkie that he finds, and he goes into the forest and sees the tent that he brought with him already set up. And
It's supposed to be like a thriller.
he like wakes up he gets knocked out, wakes up inside the tent, and he basically keeps seeing himself, that's like a time loop. So he sees himself doing all this stuff, and the events kind of unfold as it goes along, and you find out that so he gets knocked out and wakes up in the tent, and he wakes up and sees himself going through his bag to like get his stuff, and you find out that like his walkie-talkie wasn't working later on, so he goes to the tent and gets his stuff out to like get a
This
working
reminds me of
walkie-talkie.
a movie I've seen.
It's a lot
It was
like
similar, but not the same.
it's a lot like other movies. But you want to know the funny thing? I used ChatGPT to come up with the idea.
ChatGPT would
So
probably be good.
I
for that.
put in like I want an idea for a short film that is low budget, easy to make, and has a twist ending. And it gave me some ideas about like a guy seeing himself in like a time loop, and he like writes messages on the trees and the ground to like
What, to, like,
warn
give
his past
messages?
self to like not to like how to get out of the time loop. But I was like, that is really complicated, and I don't want to do that.
There is. I'm trying to remember what the movie's called, but the movie is basically set in space, and this guy has to go back in time to basically
Like
fix the.
Interstellar.
I don't know. No, not Interstellar. It was called something else. It was kind of. I'll be honest. It was kind of like a crappy movie. It wasn't like the best movie, but it was like I need to look it up. But he goes.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
He goes back
and
in
I don't know what
time.
it's called.
He goes back in time, and when he goes back in time, he's trying to go back to basically figure out how to save the world because the world had like run out of oxygen in the future. And this guy, when he's there,
Back to the Future.
apparently there have been tons of other versions of him that have been to the same area as him in the past.
Kind of like the Terminator, but
And he literally,
in
so what
space.
happened is he would like walk, he was finding stuff, but he was finding stuff from his past selves who have already been there.
yeah.
And he
That's-
literally is like creeping him out because he sees his dead skeleton.
That's
It's been like
exactly
hundreds of years.
what I'm going for, except not in the past.
Yeah.
So
The movie
he-
was decent. The filming was not great, but the
Yeah.
like storyline of it was pretty cool.
So we're trying to film this really simple. I'm gonna do some cloning effects as well, so I can use
like have you looking through your back.
so I can use like a split screen effect, which I've done before.
Do you make a lot of short film, like make short films so you can get better at it? Like
yeah, I do it
improve?
for fun, and I like having a project every once in a while that like I can be creative.
Mm.
Because like I haven't worked on anything. It's just been work stuff. It's just been editing videos for camp, editing. Like I don't get to like make something myself.
You don't get to be creative yourself.
I did
right?
when I got to, because I had to make like that Harry Potter short film for camp, and like that was the last thing I did before like now. That was like creative enough. That's not just shooting interviews.
It's just a job.
Yeah, and it's fun because it's like what I do. Like I get
You
to
do it
edit
all the
every
time.
day. Like I just finished a video yesterday that had like interview footage and stuff in it, and that's fine. But I want something
me.
that's
I
like
would like
I want
to
a
get-
story. I want to make a story.
That's what I would like to do. Get paid for hobbies I already have, but
Yeah.
then have the creative freedom myself. Because jobs are not gonna let you have as much.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're like for me, graphic design. Even when people get jobs, a lot of times it's like more business.
yeah.
Side of it,
making
like, you can't-
logos or
But that
doing
stuff
graphics
is-
for people.
that stuff is different because it's all creativity. Even when you're at the job, you have to
Yeah.
really be creative to come up with stuff. But me, I think graphic design is like simple. You literally take a design and you simplify it enough to where it looks like professional,
Yeah,
and that's all there is to it.
yeah.
Like our logo, I just had fun with it. I didn't want to make it look perfect. I just wanted
Well, we
it to
had an
be
idea and we
funny.
went with it, and it works. So
Yeah.
you know, I was watching a video from this new horror game called Don't Scream. Have you seen anything about it?
Mm-mm.
This guy was playing it who I've watched on YouTube, and he's always really loud. So the game senses your microphone, and if you are over a certain like range, you die. Like you just die. But it's like he was like, God, this is so boring. It's like a walking simulator. And I was like, hey, that's us. Because he was just walking around. He was like, nothing's happening.
They're dumb games, but I used to watch videos of people like it was Smosh. It was a group of them, and it was a game where it was like a platform.
Oh yeah, Smosh.
But you had to scream. You had to like yell. The more you yell, like the higher the decibels, the higher your person jumped. So it was like
I've
Flappy
seen that
Bird.
game,
It was like
yeah.
Flappy Bird, but with your
You're
voice.
just going like,
You're going, ah.
That's fun. Yeah.
I love Smosh. I've always wished I could
Is it
like.
their like Smosh games or whatever?
Yeah, they do.
their gaming
Basically,
channel.
all of them are like just great at like dumb acting, like little comedy skits and
I
stuff like that. And I
love
them.
their Try Not to Laugh series.
I watched every single one.
Oh my
I
god,
cry
it's so
laughing.
funny every time. especially when they get like the other
Keith
comedian.
is my favorite. The black
Keith
dude.
is so funny. I like Shane as well.
God, Keith and Shane are my favorite people.
Shane is my favorite just because he's just absurd all the time.
I love all of them because they're all
Yeah.
differently funny, but like them together,
I like their
Courtney,
that core group.
Courtney freaking Miller.
I like
Courtney
Courtney,
freaking Miller.
like who was it? Courtney, Keith, Olivia, and Shane were like the
Yeah,
original,
yeah.
and then of course like Ian, but
Ian, yeah.
him and Anthony were like
I just
OG
feel like
Smosh, but
yeah,
then
but
when
I feel
they
like they're
brought
not.
the new people in.
Their humor is different. When they got Shane and all that, that's when it was like
Yeah,
peak. Olivia's like shy, so it's like, but she
has her moments though.
that are really
That
funny.
is like funny. Yeah,
That's really cool.
their stuff is so random and funny. I always see they're trying not to laugh stuff on TikTok.
You know Keith, the black guy had cancer. You know that, right? Did you hear about
No,
that?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he had cancer. He didn't talk about it very much, but he had cancer. I was like, dang, bro. And he's the funniest one too.
Yeah. He also just seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, they all seem like really nice
They
people.
all seem chill. And I like how Shane was in like
But I'm
those
like,
old
could you-
Disney Channel shows.
Could you imagine getting paid for that?
for
that
just
would be
being
the
funny?
best
I mean,
job.
that's like being paid to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, but I'm like, they're always funny. They're all just being themselves, and it's like the funniest thing in the world. When they have Smosh games, I love when they like play, like sports games against each other, bruh. When they were playing ping pong, they were just smacking each other with the ping pong ball. I was like,
You
this
ever heard
is
of sting pong?
yes,
Where like if you miss, the person gets to like
whack
shoot
it
the ping
Yep.
pong at your bare
as
back.
hard as they can.
I played that, and
You do not want to get a real player in that because you would have bullet wounds.
thankfully most of my friends had bad aim.
So they would miss, and you would
Yeah.
just
Suck.
kill them.
Yeah. I had okay aim. It wasn't that bad. I practiced ping pong when I could. I never had a ping pong table, so
Bro. This is random, but when I was in school, like, I don't know what it was, but it's like every ball that was thrown was targeted towards me. They didn't mean to. It's like,
it's like a ball magnet.
yes, if I was in the gym, a ball would fly up in the air or a basketball and hit me in the face.
Why is it always like that?
And it's never like the top of my head or anything. I don't know if it's because I'm in a wheelchair and I'm sitting and I'm just not moving around very much, but
People had it out for you. They were trying
bruh,
to kill
every
you.
ball, football, soccer ball, kickball, I've been hit by everything.
Everything you can imagine. Bowling ball.
I would die.
You would have no legs. It would just crush you.
Crush my whole body.
Your whole body would be just,
Just
like,
flatten me.
please help. No. Have
That
you ever
is-
done bowling before?
I have, and I don't like it because I have to use that dumb ramp thing, and it misses every time. It does not go where you want it to go. Because I
Do
don't
you
know.
have to use like the lightest ball? Or does someone else like help you?
No, someone else helps me. They put it on there, and I push it with one hand. Because it's hard to get up to it. So
Yeah.
bowling is not for me. Don't take me to bowling.
I wouldn't. It's not great for you.
That would be like people saying, So, for example,
Let's
I'm
play
not friends
baseball.
with people who are very sportsy people, mainly because I can't do those things.
Yeah.
Like, let's go hiking. Let's go. Does it
Like,
look
I'll
like?
ride on the sidewalk. Like, we can go for a walk, but that's not really hiking.
No, I'm not friends. It's not that they're not good people. I'm just like, nah. You go to
It's
the.
like if they're gonna be doing
you go
that,
to the
then you're
gym.
not.
I don't have any. I have friends who go to the gym, but they don't. They're not into physical activity like that.
Yeah.
My friends are lazy.
I used to play ultimate frisbee.
Okay, that's definitely a white boy thing.
Yeah, I played for 1 year, and then they're like, you have to buy a jersey to keep being on the team. And I said, all right, I'm done.
My
And I
friend,
left.
my friend Perry and all his friends play frisbee golf.
Yeah, I played disc golf with my dad.
Disc golf, yeah, disc golf. You see, I don't even know what it's called. I've seen some of those, and there was this one guy on TikTok who had no arms
I saw that guy.
and could
He
flick
whips it
that
with his
thing.
mouth.
This is a different guy.
Oh.
He uses his foot
Oh, there was
and
a guy
grabs
who
it
puts
and like
in his mouth
flings
and,
it
like-
hard.
I saw another guy who, was playing cornhole with his like mouth.
Just yeet.
No, I think he didn't have legs and he had like small arms, so he could like grab the bag a little bit and then he would like waddle up to it and just throw his whole body at it and he would get it in the hole like every time.
That's cool.
It was insane. He was like a professional.
oh,
like, that's
professional
crazy.
cornhole.
Yeah. I won a cornhole tournament one time,
That's cool.
but it was like a family, like Kelsey's family event.
Oh,
I mean, they're all good at cornhole though.
they had
I
a
just
family
had
event.
What was funny is like they did like tournament style, so they had like
That's what my family does.
I played against Kelsey's cousin's husband or something like that, and like he was pretty good. I somehow beat him, and then like that was the finals. I played like 2 games to get to the finals. Like that was it. I was like,
That's
okay.
how it was. In
I was
the
like, this tournament sucks.
That's how it was in the Smash tournament. If you beat the losers bracket, you would move up. You would
Yeah.
move up, and I'm like, there are people who could win, and guess what? That event, people didn't show up. So it's like if people didn't show up, you could skip like 3
Yeah.
rounds.
But what was funny is that like I didn't play against the person who was actually better than everyone, because he got eliminated because he had like an off game. And then we were like, all right,
Nice.
it was like Kelsey's cousin, and I was like, I'll play you for like just for fun after the game's like the tournament's already done. He's like, all right. He absolutely demolished me. Like I was getting like I was so bad. I was like, why am I doing so bad all of a sudden? And I was
You
like,
just
well, I
don't
already
have luck
won, so
like
it's
that.
okay. Like I didn't have the pressure of like winning. Maybe I don't know.
A
It
whole
was just
tournament.
funny because I was like, dang, I like did so good in the tournament, beat 2 people to win the whole thing. Can't even beat like another person. Like maybe I don't
Just
deserve the
dignity.
victory.
You didn't feel any.
I didn't get anything for winning either, so
I didn't bet no money.
I got to eat hot dogs or something. It was like their 4th of July party.
What do y'all do during Thanksgiving? Do you like get together with
Um,
your family or
what's
you and
funny is
Kelsey?
last year Kelsey's family all went to Golden Corral. It was the
I'm sorry, Golden Corral is
ass.
it's terrible.
It's so bad. Here's my thing.
me.
Golden Corral's only
it's
for
more,
old people.
It's more of germs though. Their Golden Corral always has crazy people who like to stick their hands.
I don't even care about that. Their
I
food's
care
just
about
not
that.
good.
It's not. It's all.
I tried a steak
it
and
would
it
be
was
different if it was
awful.
all okay. It's all mediocre. It's
Yeah.
not even okay. It's
all the food I
just-
had wasn't good. But this
And
one,
I understand why like certain places don't like season their foods very well, but it's like
they're white.
that place is all white food. There's no.
Yeah. Granted,
It has
it was
assortment.
Thanksgiving food.
Okay.
Like mac and cheese, like mashed potatoes and gravy, ham.
I just don't like
whatever.
Golden Corral. I used to when I was a kid.
It was so full. The line was out the door, and we had people in from her family who had been there for like a couple hours holding a table because we
But
reserved
also,
a table.
buffets are. It's honestly, when you are not like a wealthy person, and you're tight on money, I do not blame people for going there. It's just not good food.
Yeah. There was a place we went to in Oklahoma called like Sirloin Stockade. It's another buffet. It's similar to Golden Corral. It's worse. If you don't
Worse
think it
than
can get
Golden
worse,
Corral.
you want to know what the best thing they
With
had
the
there
Golden
was?
Corral carpets,
You want to know what the best thing they had at this place was? Their bread.
bread's solid.
Yeah, but when that's the best thing over like actual food,
All the food, yeah, it's
then it's like,
garbage.
okay, that's trash. I'm like, no wonder they're giving away like a free buffet.
I don't remember the last time I've been to a buffet. I haven't been
Golden
to a
Corral
buffet
was the
in
last
years.
time I went there.
I haven't been. Now that I think about it, the last place I went was Golden Corral.
We wanted to go
And
to
that was
one
a
in
few years
Vegas,
ago.
but it was like $100 a person in Vegas for like a buffet that was like,
Why? Because it was fancy.
because it's Vegas.
It's a fancy buffet.
We paid $80 for 3 people to have burgers.
I've heard
At Fat
Vegas
Burger.
is expensive.
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No, a bottle of water was $4.
That if a bottle of water is $4, you know, the whole city.
You know what's worse is that we were walking to Margaritaville, which was in like a random casino, and their margaritas were like $4. I was like, I can buy alcohol for the same price as a bottle of water in this other like casino.
What do you think if I ever went to Vegas? Do you think it would be a terrible idea for someone in a wheelchair to go to Vegas?
Yes and no.
Do you think it's too crowded? Not accessible?
It's not the crowded, and it's definitely accessible for the most part. If you're in a casino, it's accessible because they have old people in their wheelchairs
who need,
and they have elevators, whatever. They're wide and open and whatnot. We were on the Strip, and I don't want to pay for an Uber. You can't get in an Uber, so it'd be kind of difficult for you to.
It would be difficult
to get around without walking places.
But my chair would have a die.
Yeah,
I've heard that place is huge.
The funny thing is, whenever I go places now, I always am looking to see if it's accessible, just to be like, I hate this place. So we went, and like they have elevators because they have these walkways that go across the road that people can walk, and most of them have elevators instead of like the escalators or the stairs. Half the elevators were broken.
Here's what I
so I'm like, what if you're in a wheelchair? You're just screwed.
In what I figured out is in really busy cities, people are gonna break the elevators because they overuse them.
Yeah.
Guess what happened when we were in New Orleans? That's the only time I've ever been, and this was Halloween. This was the first time only place I've been that's had a butt ton of people. Like,
yeah,
I don't like those places because even in wide open spaces, I felt crowded because there were so many people.
I feel
that
like
place is garbage. The streets are not that accessible.
If we drove your van to Vegas and had consistent transportation and just had to pay for parking, you'd be fine. If you could just drive everywhere and just park in a handicapped spot and go places.
I imagine that would be hectic, but that would be easier than
you'd have to walk everywhere.
Right.
I'd have to walk and you'd have to ride. There's no other option. We could just take an Uber places, and
New Orleans, I got stuck on the hotel on the floor I was on. I got stuck
because the elevator was broken.
Yes, we had to wait for hours until they fixed it.
Yeah, that's how it was in Vegas. There was a bunch,
and those elevators were dumb. It had like a system where you had to. There was a screen on each elevator, and you had to press which one you wanted to use to open. That wasn't that was available. Yeah. So I feel like that system is just confusing. Mm-hmm. Why not just make it a simple button? Why make it you had to use your key card to have access to?
They did that at the hotel we were in.
That's stupid.
You just have to but when you go in,
why do you need
you scan your key card and you put your floor.
People were scanning it. You could visibly see tons of people scanning it over and over. And I'm like, you're literally breaking it. So the elevators were all confused, I bet. It just messed up. I was like, y'all know I'm trapped on this floor until y'all can fix the elevator.
That's just the struggles of
big cities.
Big cities for sure.
No one wants to use the stairs. I can tell you, more people.
Dude, the escalators, half the escalators were broken too, so we would just use the escalators as stairs. Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, okay. I was fine with that just because I was like, whatever. But then I was passing by elevators, and half of them were had caution signs saying that they were out of service. Bruh. And I'm like,
I've seen videos where someone tried to put their power wheelchair on an escalator and it tumbled. This person was flying down it. I was like, they're dead probably. I don't know if it was real or not, but it looked like it.
Yeah, there is no.
Could you imagine?
There's no way you're going down an escalator in your chair.
No, the chair would flip.
Mm-mm. No.
Hey, manual chair users can. They can use them easily.
Well, yeah, because you can
hold it there.
You can, if you had upper body strength, you could just hold the sides.
That's what they do.
Yeah, you just hold the sides and you just sit there. Yeah, but you can't hold your whole wheelchair up.
I just need to be a hulking, but I have muscular dystrophy, so that just
You have no muscular.
You have no muscular.
The muscular you have is non-existent.
I always say I'm built like Dry Bones from Mario
Yeah,
Kart.
You are.
Hey, on this video, you gotta put like a picture of Dry Bones when I talk about it. That would be
We'll
really
do dry
funny.
bones with your face on it.
No, just Dry Bones in a cart because he will look like me.
We'll find one of his cards
Put him in. No, I could do a thumbnail and put him in a wheelchair.
with your face on it.
Yes,
Let's do it.
that would be
We're
funny.
doing that. Honestly, we're about at an hour.
At 58 minutes.
Yeah, we're about.
This is the most random episode. It is every episode. We
I
talk
mean,
about
that's just what
random
we
things.
do. We talk about us, our lives, what we're up to, what we've done, our experiences, and hopefully that can relate to some people out there. Because you have way different experiences than I have, and I have way different experiences than you have.
I know you can actually. There are a lot of places I don't go because I can't do.
But I can go there and tell you about it.
Right.
I can tell you about the Stranger Things place we went to in Vegas. They had a whole Stranger Things like store
Theme?
that was like underground.
That's
So you
cool.
like go down. I think they had an elevator. I think it was accessible. They had an elevator and they had different stuff set up in the Stranger Things universe, like bikes and stuff from the movie or from the show that you could like pretend to ride. It was random. And they had like the where like Vecna was, and you could like I have a picture of me like jumping, like pretending to be like levitating or whatever.
choked out
Yeah,
by
it's
Vecna.
yeah, it was funny. But I think that's about all we have time for in this episode of Walking Simulator.
Deuces.
Bye guys, thanks for watching.